So if we have a function that looks like this, fx equals open parenthesis 3x minus 2 close parenthesis open parenthesis x squared plus 3. We can easily find the derivative of this function. First things first, we need to open the parenthesis. Then we have 3x cubed plus 9x minus 2x squared minus 6. So f prime, which is the derivative of this function, is nothing but 9x squared plus 9 minus 4x. So this is the final answer for this problem. So what if we are given a question that looks like this? Fx equals open parenthesis 2x minus 1 close parenthesis open parenthesis x plus 4 all to the power of 2. If we look at the difference between this problem and this problem, you will realize that the first problem, which is this, has no power at the top. But the second problem here has a power of 2. So how can we solve the second problem? Well, if we open the parentheses just like the way we did for problem 1, then it will be a little bit tedious and time consuming. So in this case, product rule will come to play. So in this video, we will talk about how to find the derivative of a function using product rule. So let's get started. So let's assume we have a question that looks like that of problem 2. How can we solve it? So I would like to rewrite the question at the top here and do some cleanup in order to create some space. So the question says that fx equals open parenthesis 2x minus 1 close parenthesis open parenthesis x plus 4 close parenthesis all to the power of 2. So in the case of product rule, we have two functions in two parentheses as seen in this question here. The first function will be called fx, while the second question will be called gx. So the formula for product rule is f prime x equals f prime x gx plus g prime x fx. So right here, this is the formula for product rule. So how can we use this formula to find the derivative of the function above? So let's get started. So for the function above, We have f prime x. We find the derivative of fx, which is 2x minus 1. So the derivative of fx is nothing but 2. Then we have the function gx, x plus 4, close parenthesis, to the power of 2, plus. So we find the derivative of gx. The derivative of the function gx is nothing but what? Let's recall that gx is a chain rule. We can easily use chain rule to solve the function gx. So if you're having a problem about how to solve a function or how to find the derivative of a function using chain rule, kindly view my previous video on chain rule. So in this case, we have the inside function and the outside function. So to find the derivative of gx, we have to multiply the derivative of the inner function by the derivative of the outside function. So the inside function is x plus 4. The derivative of x plus 4 is nothing but 1. So the outside function is nothing but open parenthesis x plus 4 close parenthesis all to the power of 2. So in this case, the derivative of the outside function is nothing but 2 open parenthesis x plus 4 close parenthesis. So we now follow it by the function fx, which is open parenthesis 2x minus 1 close parenthesis. So we can simplify further by saying 2 open parenthesis x plus 4 to the power of 2 plus 2 in open parenthesis x plus 4 close parenthesis open parenthesis 2x minus 1. So at this point, I think we have some things that are common. We can leave our answer this way, or we can simplify further, or we can actually factorize the function. So in this case, if I should factorize completely, my final answer will be nothing but 2 open parenthesis x plus 4 close parenthesis open a large parenthesis. Then we have x plus 4 close parenthesis plus open parenthesis 2x minus 1 close parenthesis. And this is our final answer. So let's move to the next question. So in a situation whereby we have something a little bit complex that looks like this. If we have a question that says fx equals x, open parentheses, x squared minus 1, close parenthesis, to the power of 3. So how can we solve this problem using product rule? So let's not forget our formula. The formula is nothing but f prime x equals f prime x g x plus g prime x fx. So now let's apply it to the formula here, to the question above rather. So we call this fx and we call this gx. So going further, we say that f prime x equals the derivative of fx, which is x, is nothing but 1. So followed by the function gx. Plus the derivative of the function gx is nothing but 2x multiplied by 3, open parenthesis, x squared minus 1, close parenthesis, to the power of 2. And followed by the function fx. So we can simplify things by saying 1 multiplied by the whole of this function will give us nothing but, open parenthesis, x squared minus 1, close parenthesis, to the power of 3, plus we have 6x squared, open parenthesis, x squared minus 1, all to the power of 2. So we can see that x to the power of 2 minus 1, all to the power of 2, and all to the power of 3 is something that is similar in the function here. So we can factorize. Sorry, I take that back. X squared minus 1 is common in both sides, so we can factorize. So in this case, we can say that our final answer is nothing but x to the power of 2 minus 1, close parenthesis, to the power of 2, x squared minus 1, close parenthesis, plus 6x to the power of 2. So if we open the parenthesis again, you will get something of this nature. So this is my final answer here. So let us try another question. Okay, let me do some cleanup here. So let's take question number 3. So let's assume we have a question that looks like fx equals let's say ex open parentheses. Let's try something a bit more by saying 3x plus 1 all to the power of 4. So this is a bit different. So as usual, we call this fx and we call this gx. So our formula, which is f prime x equals f prime x gx plus g prime x fx is what we will follow. So at this point in time, f prime x equals the derivative of e to the x is still e to the x. So followed by open parenthesis 3x plus 1 close parenthesis to the power of 4 plus the derivative of gx is 3 multiplied by 4 open parenthesis 3x plus 1 close parenthesis to the power of 3. Along the line, we have e to the x open parenthesis 3x plus 1 all to the power of 4 plus 12 open parenthesis 3x plus 1 to the power of 3. So I can leave my answer like this, or better still, I can factorize. If you leave your answer like this, it's correct. You can also factorize by saying open parenthesis 3x plus 1 all to the power of 3 will be nothing but ex open parenthesis 3x plus 1 close parenthesis. Then we have it to be plus 12. And this is our final answer at this point. So let's try something different at this point in time. So let's do some cleanup here. So let's say we have a question that looks like this. Fx equals to let's see if there is let's say we have 3x sine 3x, close parenthesis. So this is another form of product rule question. So to solve this question, let's not forget, as usual, we call our function fx. We call the second part gx. So our formula is still f prime x equals f prime x gx plus g prime x fx. So the derivative of fx, which is 3x, is nothing but 3 sine 3x plus, what is the derivative of sine 3x? The derivative of the inner function, which is 3x, is nothing but 3. The derivative of the outside function, which is sine 3x, is nothing but cos 3x. Then we have the other part, which is 3x. So we can go ahead and simplify the function. In this case, we have some functions here, which is 3 sine 3x plus 9x cos 3x. And we can leave our answer this way, or better still, we can factorize by saying 3 open parenthesis sine 3x close parenthesis plus 3x cos open parenthesis 3x close parenthesis all closed parenthesis. And this is our final answer here. So at this point in time, I would like to give out some exercise that you can try on your own. So let's see if we can do some cleanup here. Okay. So exercise number 1. You can try this on your phone. We have fx equals the square root open parenthesis x plus 3 close parenthesis to the power of 2. The second question will be x square root x plus 1. The third question, of course, we have fx equals open parenthesis x squared minus 1 close parenthesis, open parenthesis, x, oh, my bad, x cubed plus 1, number 4. We can say that fx equals let's just say sine 4x cos 3x. And that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.